Hi, I'm Joe Smith and welcome. There's a moment in every growth journey where something small feels impossibly big, not because the task matters, but because you do. And that's where responsibility changes shape. It stops sounding like blame and starts feeling like belonging. Not everything is my fault changes to this is my life, so I get a say in what happens next. This week isn't about pushing harder or pretending everything is fine. It's about learning how to stay present when life gets uncomfortable, without collapsing, without controlling the whole world to feel safe. Point 1 of 39. The buck stops here, but not in my head. A lot of us grew up hearing that phrase, the buck stops here, and quietly translated it into, everything is my fault and I should have known better. That's not what responsibility actually means. The buck stops here means, this is my story, so I get a vote in what happens next. Responsibility isn't about hunting for mistakes in the past. It's about claiming authority in the present. So instead of asking, where did I mess this up? We start asking, okay, given where I am, what part is actually mine to carry today? The buck can stop with you without landing like a cartoon anvil. It can land in your hands where you can actually do something with it. Point 32 of 39. When simple things feel hard, that doesn't mean you're failing. Adversity isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's just a toolbar disappearing for the third day in a row while you're trying to change one tiny gradient color. And in those moments, it's so easy to go from, this is frustrating, to I shouldn't be struggling with this, to maybe I'm just not capable anymore. But that isn't truth. That's just a tired brain writing a bad caption under a perfectly human moment. When something simple feels hard, it doesn't mean you're behind or broken or slipping. It usually means you're learning something new, your plate is already full, or life handed you a pop quiz you did not study for. The win is not that you never feel overwhelmed. The win is that you don't abandon yourself when you do. Point 33 of 39. Ownership is a beginning, not a verdict. There's a quiet grown-up power in being able to say, you know what? This part of the problem is mine. Not in a dramatic way. Not in a, I'm terrible, it's all my fault way. More in an, okay, I see my part now. And because it's mine, I will choose differently next time. Ownership doesn't lock you into who you've been. It opens the door to who you're becoming. When you look at a hard moment and say, here's the piece I can actually influence, you move out of spinning, blaming, or waiting for rescue, and into choosing, adjusting, and trying again. Ownership becomes the starting line, not the sentencing. Adversity doesn't decide who we are. The choices we make after it does. This week, we're not aiming to conquer anything. We're learning how to stay present, stay kind, and stay steering. Come back Friday for a little extra spin on adversity and responsibility.